are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today is my Partners in Cream project pan update. So this project was created by Steph Lines and Delyn, also known as Outward Processing, here on YouTube and on Instagram. And the premise is you pick kind of up to 6 or whatever number of items that you want into this cream products, liquid, you know, anything that's not powder basically, with the view of using them up, because cream products go bad quicker basically. So that's why we're focusing on cream. So this is the second year that this has been running, and just phenomenal idea. The girls were just geniuses, very clever for coming up with this. And also, if you do this project but you don't have Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, Delyn typically has a community tab open on her channel where you can go and you can let us know how you're getting on. A lot of us go and check it out and kind of encourage each other to do better, or by all means let me know down in my comments below how you're getting on. I would love to know, absolutely. I'm always so excited to hear how everyone else is getting on, and it gives great motivation as well. If you feel you haven't done well with the project and you hear someone else is struggling with it too, you know it's not just you that's, you know, having a hard time with it and things like that. It's just nice. It's nice to know we're on the same boat together. But yeah, so I am going to get on with my update. So I'm going to get my notes. The first one is my NYX Bear With Me. This has actually been in since the start. Slow going, but look, I have learned now as well that I don't have to tear through products. You know, you can have an item in it that's a year long. So what? You know what I mean? This isn't a race as to who gets finished first. This is all for yourself and working on your own products. And I think I got really caught up with that at the start of this whole project pan adventure. Kind of thinking, oh my God, I need to finish everything really quickly. I don't. I just need to make progress, and I need to be conscious of what I'm using and understand how long it takes to use a product up, so that when I'm going and I'm looking at stuff, I can go, sure, I have 10 of them at home. They take 2 years each. That's 20 years worth of product I have in my drawer, you know, and things like that. And for the fun of it, of course, because it's just great crack. So anyway, Bear With Me tinted. It came in at the very start of this project at 30.52 and it's down to 25.58. So it's down only about 5 grams of product. Not a whole lot, but look it. We're working on it. We're working through it. And I do think it may be in here till the end of the year. Being realistic now, because I find I only actually end up using this maybe 2 or 3 times a month, because I'm either wearing kind of makeup like I'm wearing today, which is a bit more covered, or I'm not wearing makeup at all. I don't seem to be doing an in-between at the moment because the weather's still so warm. I was looking at it in Fahrenheit to compare. So we're up in the high 70s, low 80s. And I know, please believe me, I know in other areas you're laughing going, would you, Ruth, that's practically winter here. But for us here in September, that is crazy. We should be kind of in the 50s now. And Scorchio. That's great, and getting loads of clothes dried on the line down there. I'm such an old woman. Great day for the drying, lads. Great day for the drying. Tangent, back, product. Yeah, so I'm only using it very, you know, 2 or 3 times a month. So now coming into the autumn, that might change, because theoretically it should be cooler and I should be wearing, you know, makeup even on days that, you know, I'm not putting on full glam or whatever. Full glam, you know what I mean. So yeah, progress made. Small, but progress. Flower Pinched Blush Balm. Flower Blush Balm in Pinched. There we go. This is her here. We're still tipping away with this one. I've a good lot of it used, and I meant to kind of show sideways with the NYX Bear With Me. I mean, like, we're right down to the end there. I mean, and I do think they'll be out by the end of the year, definitely. And this is the same. Not one I'd repurchase, to be honest with you. I wasn't completely taken with it like some people are. But this came in at the very start, back in January, at 17.62, and we're now down to 13.11. So about 4.5 grams of product used, which, you know, for cream blush I find is quite acceptable. I'm happy with that. So yeah, that'll probably be staying until the end of the year too. Next up is my Marc Jacobs lip pencil. Now this one I'm a bit disappointed because I genuinely thought I'd have it finished this month, but we still have the most vexing teeny tiny bit left. If you can see it there, just the tiniest little bit left. But like, I suppose I had maybe twice of that left. Twice, 2 times that. At the last update. And I thought, look, wasps, like they should be dead by now. Go away from my window. Oh, help. So yeah, I thought this would be finished and it's not. But look at, hopefully next month. I'm kind of really going to just like laser focus on this and try and get this one out by next month. Next up is my, oh, that went down, that was $3.79 and it's down to $3.74 now. Next is my Max Factor highlighter. This is it here, it came in July. Very enjoyable product. If it was cruelty free and had more product and better packaging, I'd consider repurchasing it. Took the sponge off it because it's minging. And yeah, just got rid of it. But yeah, again, look at, we're really getting right down to the last. I really have to kind of push the product out now. This came in at 17 grams and we're now down to 11.93. So that's really good, 5.07 grams of product used. So I'm happy with that. That's really good progress considering it came in July. Now I do find that you probably need a nice bit of this to get a good kind of, don't think you can even really see it today. Kind of the sun has me washed out a bit. So you do need a good bit of it, and I do use a sponge to put it on, so it might soak up a little bit of the product. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It's good progress. Hopefully that'll be done next month as well. And last but not least, we have my Alex Steinherr Primark, or by Primark, Plump and Glow Plumping Lip Gloss. So this is it here. Now this one, I'm going to be honest with you, you can see it's all the way down here and probably lower really because it's kind of pushed up on the sides a bit. But the cap has broken. I wonder if you can see. Hang on, will I get a good, if you can see it, maybe not. Just here, it's cracked all the way up along. So it doesn't seal properly anymore. And I had to take the stopper out because so much product got stuck on the stopper that none was coming out, so I had to take out the stopper, and obviously it got quite messy then. It was an alright product. I didn't by any means love it. It was just okay. So I'm actually going to let this go. I have enough glosses there. I don't need to be faffing around with something that has a broken lid and isn't sealing properly and air is getting into and I'm worried about and it's messy and life's too short, lads. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. And that's been very honest. I just don't want to. If it was something that I absolutely loved or something that was more expensive. I mean, I think this was like €3 or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm not losing any sleep over it. It was a grand shade. I have other shades like it in my collection. I'm letting it go. I hope nobody minds. I know you won't. You're all wonderful, fantastic people that completely understand that sometimes you just don't want to. So that is going. So in its place then I have a roll-in. So I am going to roll in the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, Vitamin C and Banana Powder Inspired Pigments. This is it here. If you happened to watch my Love It Panic Decluttered primer video, you would see that I there it is there. I am planning on using up my moisturizing face primers as just moisturizers, basically. It's quite scented. And that's what I'm going to do with this. I wasn't impressed by it as a primer, as a, you know, I said in that video, I have noticed that because I do look after my skin very intensely and my skin isn't very dry. I feel like I have covered my bases when it comes to moisturizing, that I don't need a moisturizing primer on top of that. So what I'm doing is just, I suppose this will be used twofold as priming and moisturizing. I'll do my serums and all that first, and then this, and then my makeup. So yeah, that's my plan with that. But like even the days that I'm not wearing makeup, this will still get used. That all makes sense? Could have just said this is rolling in and I'm going to try and use it up. Would have had the same, you know, result. On to my rolling part. So I have two parts to this project. I have your regular just use it up products, and I have another side that is just a usage goal. So I have a 10 usage goal on certain products in my stash that either I don't want to use up, or that aren't getting much use, or that there's no way I'd be able to use them up. You know what I mean? There's so much product in them, etc. So I have 5 products in this section as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is this Sosu lipstick in Timo. Is it here? I'll just open it up for you. Beautiful orangey red lipstick. Gorgeous summer shade. I'm winding this back down. I keep watching myself back when I'm swatching lipsticks, and I have a swatch rolled up to here, and then I'm swatching and going, you're going to break your lipstick, Ruth. Obviously I'm not, because I've recorded it, and this is future me talking to past me, and witch's weather, bring down my anxiety, roll down the lipstick, give it a swatch. So there it is there, beautiful. I actually have it on today with this lip gloss. Look at the bags, lads. I had such a bad night's sleep last night. Horrendous. I'm really just, I put a good bit of gloss on, and then I just literally patted my finger and just patted it on. I didn't want it to be very intense. I just wanted a subtle kind of wash of colour. Beautiful. Love it. Definitely the way forward for me with intense lipsticks. That I just want a little punch of colour. Just, you know, do it like that. Mix it with my gloss and beautiful. So that is rolling out. I got my 10 uses on that, which is great. What is next? Colourpop Cattitude. This is it here. Super Shock Shadow. There she is there, and she looks like she'd be a beautiful golden colour, but she's actually just a topper shade. I say just, you know, don't get me wrong, I love a topper shade, very pretty, very sparkly. You can kind of see it there next to the red, pretty. But yeah, I really learned my lesson. This is a ultra metallic. Oh, well, that should be intense then, should it not? Nah, who cares? Pretty. I like to dab it on top of an eye look that I already have on, and just gives a little bit of oomph and a little bit of je ne sais quoi. Next up is Inglot Line. So I brought this in because I just wanted to get more use out of it, and I wanted to incorporate it with some shadows that I was struggling with to kind of make them into liners. Don't know if you can really see today. I have it on today with the kind of a green shadow from my Coloured Rain. Cheers to the beauty. Couldn't remember the name of it there for a second. This beautiful green shade down here. I have that as my kind of liner shade. So tiny little bit of this, really fine tipped brush, kind of into the very side of the pan so I don't destroy the pan. And yeah, really enjoying using it in that way. Now I've still only used it 4 times because I do have eyeliners and stuff like that I use as well, so it's not an everyday thing, but I'm enjoying incorporating it and playing around and, you know, just kind of having a bit of fun with it. Next up was, so that's Staying Jewelline is Staying. Next up was this eyeliner from Beauty Bay, their Crayon eyeliner in coffee. You really can't tell what colour it is or see the writing because it's for people with supersonic vision. But this is it here, beautiful brown chocolatey shade. So I really use it as a tight liner, upper waterline, tight liner, upper lash line, up there, to make my lashes look a bit thicker. Now, I'm nearly certain it transfers, and I say nearly certain because sometimes with my watery eyes it could possibly be my mascara, but I noticed days that I didn't wear this I wasn't noticing transfer, so I think it might be this. And the whole point of this is that it's supposed to be really, you know, stick on, but still like it though. It's still a, you know, it does what I like. It just opens up my eyes a bit and fills out my lash line a bit, and just, yeah, I really enjoy it. But yeah, I got more than 10. I got 14 uses on this, so this will be rolling out as well. Next is my Milk Eye Pigment. So this is it here. I picked this up in TK Maxx last year. I was very excited to get it because we don't have milk makeup here in Ireland, so it was a bit of a coup to find it, so I was thrilled. Very intense. This is very intense. So what I have been doing with it is I will put it on the back of my hand, And I will use like a synthetic brush like this one from Real Techniques. And I'll just buff it onto the lid then, and maybe a tiny bit into the crease. If I tap it straight onto the eye, it's just too much, it takes over. And the shade, I know it looks kind of light in the packaging, but it is quite deep for me and my eyes that are kind of hooded and deep set. So I like to use a wash of it, and it's great as an eye base as well because it's quite tacky, and you know what I mean, if you're putting a shimmer shade on top of it, it really sticks to it. But then it can make it a little bit hard if you want to buff out something in the crease. So I'd recommend going into your crease first with your transition shade, etc., and then, you know, going in with this and then putting your shimmer shade down on top of it if that's the way you're choosing to go with it. But if you're using it on its own, just pop it on and literally just, you can buff a little bit of it into the crease and it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm enjoying using it. Now I've only used it 3 times, but that's okay. I'm learning because I hadn't used this really at all bar to swatch it, and I wasn't really quite sure how to use it. So I'm delighted now that I'm playing around with it and kind of finding out ways that I can use it. The whole purpose of this section of the project is to, you know, learn how to use my products and enjoy them. So that one obviously will be staying in. So that means then I'm rolling in 3 items to this section of the project. First in, I got this from the gorgeous Courtney. Courtney sent this over to me. This is the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Colour in Terra. So I've never tried Nude Sticks, so I'm so excited to see how I get on with this and what it does for me and all that kind of crack. There it is there. That's it there. So yeah, I'm very excited. So I want to play around with that and see how I get on with it. So that's coming in for 10 uses. Next in is I bought this. I was on the American Elf website because the putty bronzer hasn't come out in Ireland yet, or England even, and I really wanted to try it. I was quite keen to give it a go, and I went onto the American site and they do deliver to Ireland, and very reasonably, and if you go over a certain amount, and it was like, I think the amount to go over was like 35 or 40 euros, which is quite low, to be fair, for shipping to Ireland from America. You got free shipping. So what I actually spotted on the site, and I thought this would be kind of cool to try out, it is the Elf and Pitizian? I don't know, I'm so sorry. I don't know this person, so I don't know how to pronounce their name. Delasol Electric Mood Delasol Cream Face Quad. 2 blushes, a bronzer and a highlighter. So I thought, how fun. I can try out the bronzer, which is up here. I have 2 blushes and I have a cream highlighter, so it's a full cream palette. So I kind of felt like, well, that's nice. I get to try out, you know, the bronzer and play around with other bits as well. Now, I obviously don't know if it's the same formula. I'm assuming that it is. It doesn't say either way. Golden Hour, I don't know if that was one of the shades. Anyway, I don't know, I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how I get on. And if by any chance you have this palette and you have the cream putty bronzer and you know if they're different or similar, can you please let me know, just so I know going forward that I'm not kind of dismissing the putty bronzer based on this, or I love this and I go off and buy a putty bronzer and it's not the same at all. So I'd love to know if you have this palette and you have the putty bronzers, please let me know. Are they the same? Are they different? What's the story? So popping in for 10 uses. Very excited to use that. And then lastly, I have the iconic Buxom Lip Gloss in White Russian that my darling friend Katie sent over to me. She's so good. She picked it up for me in the 21 Days of Beauty, the Ulta kind of sale, the one early in the year. So I was so thrilled because I've always wanted to try this. So very excited. So there it is there. Right down the end there. Oh God, they smell so good. It's like a sweet mint. Oh, yum. Can't wait. So this is coming in for 10 uses as well. Very excited. Yay. So that's it. That is my update for the Partners in Cream. How are you getting on this month? Are you doing well? Are you doing atrocious? Are you delighted with your progress? Are you disappointed in your progress? How are you feeling about it coming towards the end of this project? Because this is finished, isn't it, on the 10th of December? So we've only got October and November updates and then the finale. Oh Lord, I need to get cracking. I'm wondering as well, I don't know if I'll roll anything else in to finish between here and the finale, or whether I'll just roll in more stuff for usage goals. Because I'd like to start getting a feel for what I want to roll in for next year. I heard Danny talking about this on her video. What video was it? Danny, what video was it? Oh, your 100% cruelty free one that you were finishing up. And you were talking about, were we thinking about our projects for January? And yes, 100% yes, I am totally already thinking ahead as to what I want to pen and what projects I want to do and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I definitely am forward thinking. But yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to roll in stuff and try and see if you can finish as much as possible before the end of the year? Or are you just going to focus on what you have left in your projects and kind of drive through and get them done? I'd love to know other people's thoughts on that as well. Right guys, I'm going to wrap that up. So we're finished for today. I hope, as I said, you're all doing well. I hope that you liked this video. If you do, sure, hit the like button. Costs nothing. If you want to subscribe, thrilled. I'd be thrilled, so I would. And definitely comment, because I love chatting. I might take a day or two to get back to you, but I love chatting. I like to do it on the computer, and our computer's kind of on its last legs at the moment, so it's kind of takes about a half an hour for the little hamster inside to get it, you know, get it whirring back into power. But yeah, anyway guys, take care, and I'll chat to you in the next one. Bye. Slán.